If you're a keyboard warrior, you are not safe from the law if you incite violence.
Hate speech is a crime. What are you being persecuted for right now?
Telling the truth and showing the public the truth. Journalism. Journalism's dead.
Antisocial behavior can put you in jail.
This is in relation to some comments that you've made on the Facebook
You're full of shit, bitch. You have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material.
But come on,
He's making comments on an open forum, which is social media, which is deemed to be offensive.
They don't believe me. They don't believe me.
I've been asked to come and speak to you to make you aware that your comments are...
My commentary, YouTube, you're full of shit, bitch.
Some comments which have been on social media.
You're lying, bitch. Why are you doing these big YouTuber super chats? Don't they make enough money? What about the smaller YouTubers trying to make a living out here?
Where certain protected groups don't get punished while others do.
Yeah, my son got 15 channels and he plays the same content over and over again. He changes the timing on the content, but it's all the same. How are you getting paid on multi-channels?
There is policing without fear or faith.
It's all the same content. Wait, what's this? Whose content is this being played?
Alright! Hey, I'm a non-violent guy. Why do I have to turn off? What's my freedom of speech? Recently, this...
In 2004, I started my first demonstration against them. In 2004, called Ban the Looting Taliban. And I was targeted since then by Islamic gangs for trying to talk out. And all I was trying to highlight is, these are terrorists. And then literally, where we're walking now, you see there's a bakery here called Don Miller's Bakery. They used to have a stall set up every Saturday recruiting for terrorism. If you want to know how powerful the word racist is, if you want to know how the power of political correctness, our entire police forces across the country were paralysed with fear to allow the generation of our daughters. 1,000 girls in Telford, 1,400 children. The police were fully aware that the children were being prostituted, ganged and kidnapped by Muslim gangs, and the reason they didn't act, which has come out in government studies, because they were fearful of being called racist. An 18-year-old migrant who came on a boat 6 months ago murdered a 27-year-old Englishwoman who was working in the hotel that he was being housed in. So in hotels, there's a hotel here, there's a hotel there. Yeah, we can go to the hotels if you want after this, yeah? So in these hotels, they have housed so when migrants come into our country, they get put straight in these hotels. We pay for, and just yesterday, an 18-year-old migrant murdered a 27-year-old Englishwoman working in the hotel. And 2 days before that, an Afghan we put in a military base who reported here to be freed from Afghanistan, he sexually abused a 16-year-old.
Is there a public conversation at this point, or did you start that? Did you pioneer the conversation discussing this?
No one would discuss it. Everyone's too scared to discuss it. Because when you try to discuss it, you just get attacked. Fine.
Were you violently attacked the moment you started talking about it?
I've had 12 government Osman warnings. There's 6 Muslims right now in jail for 30 years. They got caught with guns, suicide bombs, everything on the way to murder us. They got there 2 hours late. They were arrested in the car where they found their suicide vests, etc. I've been under constant attack, constant death threat, life in danger. Even just 6 weeks ago, my mum and dad had to be relocated for threats to murder them.
So why make this your cause? Why were you willing to take on the threat here? Why is it so important to you? Why are you so concerned?
This is my country. It's our country. Let's stop pretending that we have welcomed guests into our nation but now overstayed their welcome. They're changing this country. They're not here to innovate. They're here to dominate. I know you've had immigration. When I hear about Americans and they're moaning about Hispanic immigration, I think you've got no idea, lads. You've got absolutely no idea. You have just opened your borders to 8 million migrants from Somalia, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. You're going to see what's coming.
We're walking right now. Are you concerned? Are you nervous?
Yeah, they'll be on the phones, 100%.
What do you mean?
Any one of them who see us will be straight on their phones.
Doing what?
Finding more Muslims.
What?
To come and get us.
Come and get us? What do you mean?
To come and violently attack us.
What, having a conversation?
Mate, you're not allowed to talk about Islam.
Tell me about the concerns you have regarding freedom of speech here in the UK, the loss of it.
There is no freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is gone. Stop pretending it. There is no freedom of speech. We live in a post-free speech era. But the problem is the goalposts keep changing. So some people celebrated when it was me losing my freedom of speech, yeah? When they were censoring me, because I speak about Islam, but then they started censoring doctors, nurses, yeah, scientists. We're talking about COVID, we're talking about everything. So here's the Discover Islam Centre. So they're not going to be happy with...
Explain the significance of Discover Islam.
It's a claret shop that was opened in order to convert the town to Islam. Hey, bro.
Hello.
I'm all right, man. How are you?
How you doing?
The purpose of this shop is to convert the town to Islam. Right, that's right. To convert
to
Not to convert to an invite.
Before Tommy debates Islam with a recent convert, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video. In the age of media misinformation and media bias, it's tough to know what's fake news and what's real news. But luckily, the sponsor of this video, Straight Arrow News, can help you find fact-based reporting and coverage from the left, right, and center. They have this media miss tool that helps me stay up to date on what the biased mainstream news outlets don't report on both the left and the right. Media miss spotlights important stories that both the left and right-leaning outlets don't cover, so you can stay up to date on important info like India and the US signing a $4 billion pact for 31 Predator drones, and goofier stories like Vendor. And if you want to fact link to their article, if you want to discover Islam. Okay.
And the man who opened this centre, the first manager was called Yusuf Bonner. He said he actually had to resign because I exposed who he was before they opened the shop. This was funded by Ira, Abdul Rahim Green, so the people behind the centre are radicals who believe in punishment for adultery, all these sorts of things.
What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's not true.
That is 100% true. Was you when this centre opened and the council opened it, I looked into everyone behind it and I done an expose. The manager had to resign before the day opened.
I don't know too much. I've only been working here like a few months, to be fair.
When did you convert, Rick?
Me, a year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
How do you like Islam thus far?
It's peace. It's peaceful, like it makes me feel like I can show the world the true me. And it's the true religion, really.
Can we get the Quran? Have you got the Quran? Can I touch it?
Yeah, of course.
Sure, yeah.
Why can't you touch it?
Because I'm not clean.
I see.
If you can look at verse 65, so this, as for such of your women as despair of menstruation, if you're in doubt, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, along with those who have it not. And for those with child, their period shall be till they bring out their burden. What's that mean?
Me, I don't know. Like I said, I've only been
That talks
like
about
a year
divorce and prepubescent children.
doing my research myself. I'm still doing it.
Okay, so if you're new, I'm not here to.
Yeah, sorry, I guess
What? My problem, so not to put you in an awkward position, my problem is that verse talks about divorcing prepubescent children. That's what that verse is about. Yeah? So Muhammad married Aisha when she was how old?
That we do not know fully yet.
We know from Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, the two of the leading world hadiths. So how old was Muhammad then when he married Aisha? How old was Aisha?
Aisha was probably about between 9 and 11.
She was 6. So Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim are two of the most recognised. The problem is, it's great if you think she was older. That's still a bit strange at 9-11. But it's great if you think she was a lot older. But the problem is Sahih Bukhari, which means authentic. There's 5 leading authentic hadiths, and they state that she was 6 years old, and he raped her when she was 9. They'll say marriage. Yeah?
Would you date an 11-year-old?
No, obviously not.
So do you believe Muhammad was perfect?
Yeah.
But Muhammad, you just said married an 11-year-old.
Completely different back those days. There weren't.
So he wasn't perfect in this modern time.
But if you look back into history, like even kings of England, they married young.
Lionheart had an 11-year-old wife.
Yeah.
But we don't think Richard Lionheart's perfect. We don't want to build this whole country based on what Richard Lionheart lived his life as, whereas you want this country to be what Muhammad lived, yeah?
Me, like I said, I'm still new in it. I'm still new to Islam, like, so.
My point was that this shop has been opened by my council to convert everyone to Islam. And unfortunately, look, you've got a revert here. You'd call yourself a revert. I'd say a convert who doesn't actually know anything about Islam.
You think that's true?
A little bit, but obviously I'm still learning.
So you're a student, but you're not allowed to leave Islam now.
What would happen if you left Islam?
Nothing.
So Muslims should be free to convert to Christianity.
A lot of them are.
Should they be free to convert to Christianity?
If that's what they want to do, yeah, of course.
So Muhammad says they have to be killed. Idolaters must be killed. Mate, if you want, I can teach you on Islam, so then you can undress like this and come back to our side and enjoy your freedom. Look you in, and
I made the choice to come to Islam.
But if you don't think that was heavenly like Allah has sent someone to marry a child and have sex with her when she was 9, is that perfect? Come on, is it perfect?
That one I have to go to no comment.
Yeah, no comment. So you know it's not perfect. So what you've joined is you've joined. Are you a little boy?
Yeah.
What school do you go to?
Ashcroft.
From Upstopsy?
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. How old are you?
31.
31. See how the town's changed? See, the town's changed because you ain't got an identity. Because your identity, you're a young English man. You should be proud of who you are. Not searching for this. And the reason that this is strong is because Islam has a strong sense of identity, and we've lost our identity, and we've lost our community, and Islam gives them this. Go to verse 424.
Yeah, verse.
It's 424. And all of the married women are forbidden except those captives whom your right hand possesses. It is a degree of Allah for you, lawful to you are all beyond those mentioned, so that you seek them from your wealth in an honest wedlock, not debauchery. And those of whom you seek by marrying them, give to them. So all of them who are captive, this is the verse, there's 4 verses that tell Muslims clearly that outside of their 4 wives, they can take non-Muslim women, our daughters, as sexual slaves. That's why I have a problem. Bro, I embrace you to leave Islam, okay? Come back, man.
Hey, Tommy, question for you. Let's say you have a Bible verse that says, stone the gays or something like that, Sodom and Gomorrah. Would there be an argument to be had that you shouldn't?
It is stories put together. This is the exact word of Muhammad, and it must be taught. And there's no messing with this. This can't be changed. Muhammad was perfect. As I said, Muhammad was perfect. Was he perfect? Married 6-year-old? No. Murdered. Do you know how he met his wife Sophia? Do you know how he met his wife Sophia? Now look into it, bruv, because he beheaded her husband, and he beheaded 600 of the tribe. And the night of beheading her husband, he married her.
And where's that information?
That is in Ibn Ishaq's biography of Muhammad. Again, the most recognised biography of Muhammad you'll ever get in the world, written by the biggest scholar in the world, Ibn Ishaq. And in there it says in black and white, the tribe, the Cayuba tribe, surrendered. He beheaded 600 of them in one day. And then that night he took Sophia as his wife. Now what Muslims say is he saved her from a life of rape. But he said that night, bruv, that's no perfect man. Anyway, I'll let you go.
Now, after having this chat, Tommy and I dipped, as we were concerned the local gangs might pull up and jump us given who Tommy was. But one of the journalists trailing us stayed behind and asked this guy why he converted in the first place.
So basically the reasons were because my dad actually follows Tommy Robinson, and him hating Islam so much got me interested in Islam to find out why they hate Islam so much. So, yeah, Tommy's just turned up to the centre, bro. Nah, he's just jumping in his car now, but he's made the video. So, yeah.
He doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know where he's come from. That is our entire next generation. Our entire next generation don't know who they are. They've been beaten down so much, abused so much, made to feel worthless, made to feel ashamed of who they are. Now, when Muslims are telling us open, the reason I'm doing this is because the book says this. We have to take them seriously. We have to look and explore what are the teachings of Islam. What does Muhammad say? Who is Muhammad? You see, when I started looking, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about Muhammad.
Put him on the spot, yeah.
We put him on the spot, but he doesn't know anything about Muhammad.
Sure. Well,
Here he is to tell people to join Islam.
Sure.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. This was pushed by my council. Yeah. My local council opened this. All my local leaders of the council come down, had a big photo, and when they've done that, I'll dig it up. Yeah. I researched into who was behind it and proved they're all terrorists. The leader of this, Yusuf Bonner, said that he will not rest until Islam is brought into every home in Luton. Well, guess what? I'm from Luton, and we don't want Islam in every home in Luton. Okay. This is our town.
We don't believe the objective is for them to conquer and pillage?
No, they'll tell you the objective.
Now, Tommy.
Come on, because there'll be more. Told you.
Yo, my name's Luton.
Hey! Luton represent!
In another 10 or 15 minutes, this road will be swarmed with Muslims.
You actually think so?
Oh, I know so.
And what is their objective? To defend the precepts of Islam? To kill you?
They had to come in to stop any criticism of Islam, to stop someone showing someone like that what Islam is.
Well, what you did was basic media literacy. You pointed to some concepts, some verses. What do you mean you're not allowed to? Did they not read the book themselves, or did they say it's a non-literal interpretation of the words and you shouldn't take it?
You're not allowed to talk negative in Muhammad or they want to kill you. So straight over here to the left, Bob.
Got it.
Left. Basically, this is the future of Great Britain.
Allah cash can carry, Arabic.
Well, where are we? If you
I would say we're in the Middle East.
This is my hometown. This is my hometown.
And was it always this way?
No, it wasn't, man.
So you grew up when this was a British town?
I grew up when there used to be a McDonald's there, and I used to come down here with my mum.
You used to have fish and chips here?
Used to have fish and chips. Look, I grew up here, man.
Yeah.
This town, the whole town, it's gone. The whole town's gone.
Have British people fled the town? Have they left? Have they said, I no longer belong here?
Everyone in my generation's left. Every one of I haven't got a single friend left in this town. Out of my generation is dead. You're not allowed to criticise. He's talking about, yeah, you can leave Islam. No, you can't. Leaving Islam is punishable by death.
What if he left?
Go right here. If he left, he'd be bullied, attacked. He can't leave. He knows he can't leave. Is that road we just drove down?
Yeah.
Walk through there, and that is a microcosm of the future of Great Britain. Yeah, it's Islamic. I'm just here to explain to you as an American, these centres are opened in every one of our towns, and the purpose of these centres, which are funded by our local Labour councils, is to convert the town to Islam. So the local Labour political party, which is your Democrat party, are funding the conversion of the town into an Islamic ghetto like this. And what comes in an Islamic ghetto like this? Is it freedom? Are the women free? Can women walk down here at night? Can an English woman walk in England? they'd come under attack. They'd be sexually harassed. So if he was an imam, you'd have got the real answer out of him. Yes, they want to kill homosexuals. Yes, they can take non-Muslim women as sexual slaves. They're allowed to. That's allowed. We're allowed to do that. That's another mosque.
Cockney, community in Luton.
Madrasas, that's it. So they stopped going then to British schools. That's a school. So then their whole life, and there's interviews with Muslims.
Self-segregating.
There's interviews with Muslims here that I can show you online where they say, well, I left school and I've left school and I've never met a non-Muslim. So they haven't even met a non-Muslim.
You're in Luton, in England.
You're in Luton.
Why even come here is my question. If their goal is to recreate where they...
To dominate the world.
Do you think the goal is truly world domination?
Islam splits the world into two, the House of War and House of God. Yeah? We're the House of War until we're fully converted to Islam, and then we become the House of God. The identity and culture of it is very powerful, and it's changing the face of this country for. And who's going to stop it? Because our politicians ain't. Are we going to just sit and play the lottery of Great Britain's future and our children's future? Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens when Islam gets to 20%. No, let's not see. Because we know what happens throughout the whole of history. In fact, they're actually taught at which percentage to start war. War's coming. Whether we like it or not, we have 40,000 British Muslims on a terror watch list. 40,000. We only have 70,000 members in the armed forces.
Do you think the UK ends in civil war?
Inevitably, the whole of Europe will end in civil war. Civil war's coming. If there's even a war, if not, it's not in time.
And then within the space of 2 hours, I had about 250.
No, you can talk all the fucking time. I'm just saying, relax. Bitches. Fucking suck ass, YouTube. Give everybody a super chat button. The fuck is your problem? It's not your money.
Get this weird night
YouTube, you suck ass. I'm gonna be the first one to call you out on it.
First, but
You
now
fucking
everyone
suck.
wants one. A customer returned his knife.
You're saying that it's sick and twisted for parents to
Pimping
allow their
all
kids to
fucking
explore
creators.
different
Straight up,
It's
all up in the
present
ass.
kids with the
And whose
notion that
is
boys and
this?
girls are not separate
Why
and
they got, why they
the
don't got
idea that there's
copyright?
no
Why are
biological
you using
reality
other
that
people's
whatsoever so
shit?
that a boy can be a
You
girl and a girl
fucking
can be a boy.
fake
That is a
ass
form of
bitch.
child abuse. That is the same thing as me teaching my kid that my kid can be a horse.
We're making comparisons to animals, and you're getting a chant for it. I appreciate your point in saying that you would be willing to allow another family to let their child explore certain genders.
I wouldn't
You're going
allow a
another
child
12
to
hours,
explore the
YouTube,
law
'cause
and
you're
they
full
can
of
be a member of
shit.
the opposite sex. I disagree with
Give
the basic
everybody
idea
a
of
super
quote
chat
unquote
button.
genders entirely. It's
Everybody's
to bring everything down
worthy
to the
of a
behavior of
thank
human
you
beings, and we
button.
all have our own genders.
If
Just have
somebody
names. You get rid of the
appreciates
idea
their
of gender
work,
entirely, and I just call you
why
Bob.
they can't
Treat each
just
other as
accept the
individuals
thank you?
with a bevy of different attributes.
We
rather
gotta
than saying,
be
like, gender
everybody.
is
You gotta have 2
pansexual,
million
fluid,
subscribers
45,
for you to get a
XY,
super
Z.
chat
That's
button.
How is that
Those
dishonest?
creators don't need the money.
About pansexual gender.
It's not a
You whack,
gender
you
you
whack.
think exists outside of male and female. And I really appreciate the time of the back and forth. I think it is productive, and I appreciate you doing it.
Do you think that women who voted for Hillary, women who have strongly supported the feminist movement and supported the left, are feeling disenfranchised given the current climate of sexual brutality and
This is
oppression brought to
another
light in
channel.
Hollywood
Whose
recently?
content is this?
So the
Do
left
they have
is the question
Mr.
of
Shapiro's
what the left is
permission to
doing
be
about this,
on
they
their
feel
channel?
disenfranchised.
Stop
No,
your
I think they're just
bullshit,
going to blame the
YouTube.
same
You're full
people
of
they always
shit,
blame because
bitch.
we're all in our own
You
little
pick who you
bubbles.
want
Should they
to
feel
fucking
disenfranchised?
penalize or not.
100%. Because
Look at
in a
this stupid
if
shit.
God put man on earth is to protect women. Okay, well, then it is incumbent on me to protect women. But if you're telling me that I can't even open the door for a woman because this is somehow an offense to her honor, and that if I say that it's man's job to protect women, that this is somehow reinforcing gender stereotypes, then don't come whining to me when bad stuff happens. Because the answer to bad behavior is good behavior. The answer to vice is virtue. The answer to vice isn't just yelling and hashtagging crap.
Any man who dares hold a door open for me always gets a thanks. I miss people having manners and treating others with respect.
This is why it's such a lie when people say if you don't want to teach critical race theory, you don't want to teach history. The bullying guarantee has been the problem with regard to due process of law, not the actual guarantee itself.
So then would you agree not banning critical race theory in
Woke,
public
uncensored. How many channels?
like
How
in
many
theory
subscribers?
in the theory that they are covers, would you be
29.3K
a
thousand
proponent of
subscribers.
having
I'm
the
pretty sure they're
education that
monetized.
these institutions have been
Does
used
he
to
have
attack
permission to play this Shapiro? Look, another Shapiro event.
It is the proposition that people should
This is his
suppress.
content or Mr.
Any
Shapiro's
incentive.
content? Which one, YouTube?
He
Shut the
asked whether
fuck
he had
up. You're
tried
so
raping
full
a
of
woman who's
shit,
17.
bitch.
Okay, that
We keep cursing you out because you're so fucking full of shit.
Today's video is about a medical
This
mystery
nigga.
that
This
ultimately
nigga
gets
reads the
solved
story,
when somebody
reads the
uncovers
stories
some
from
very
books.
unsettling
This is not his works. They're not his stories. He puts it in his
But before we
words.
get into that
It's now
story,
his.
if you're a fan of the strange,
And
dark,
then
and
I got a
mysterious
whole
to the
bunch of other
story
channels that
format,
use
you
Mr.
come to
Ball
the
and
right
shit.
place because that's
All
we
day
do.
long. They
We upload
cut him
once
up
a
and all
week.
this shit.
So if
That
that's
channel's
of interest
getting
to you,
paid.
please invite the like button to come over to your
You're
nice,
full of
calm
shit,
backyard
YouTube.
barbecue.
Seriously, you're
But
full
be
of
sure
shit,
to replace
bitch.
the hot dog with a lit stick of dynamite. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications
very upset
so you
yesterday,
don't
as
miss
you can
any of
see.
our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into
Today's story.
On May 27, 2022, an anesthesiologist named Dr. Chad Marsden stood inside of an operating room with a nurse, a surgeon, and their unconscious patient. Dr. Marsden worked at the Baylor Scott & White Surgicare Center in Dallas, Texas, and it was his job to make sure patients stayed asleep during surgery and then woke up safely afterward. That day, Dr. Marsden and his colleagues were wrapping up a routine liposuction procedure on a middle-aged woman. The surgeon had just finished stitching up the woman's incisions, and so Dr. Marsden, following protocol, began taking her slowly off of anesthesia to wake her back up again. And so Dr. Marsden turned off the anesthesia machine, which is this big rectangular device that takes the liquid anesthesia drugs and converts it into a vapor so it can be breathed in. And then Dr. Marsden removed the breathing mask from the woman's face. Then he changed her IV from an anesthetic drug mixture to regular saline. And so now that these drugs were not being pumped into her system, she would wake up over the next half hour or so. After that, Dr. Marsden and the nurse and the surgeon took their patient on the stretcher, and they pushed her out of the OR into the hallway and began making their way down towards the recovery room. But as they were walking down this hallway, they bumped into more of their colleagues, another nurse and another anesthesiologist, and the hallway was tight enough that Dr. Marsden had to step aside to let these two pass. Then after they did, and they sort of waved at their colleagues, Marsden, the nurse, and the surgeon continued walking, and as they did, Marsden happened to look down at their patient, and immediately he knew something was wrong. This woman's skin had turned completely gray. Dr. Marsden was totally caught off guard by this. He looked at her vital sign monitor and saw that her blood pressure, which just moments ago had been normal, was now dangerously high. And then, as he's staring at her monitor, her blood pressure plummeted. And then also her oxygen levels fell, and then she began foaming at the mouth. It was clear this woman was going into cardiac arrest, which meant if they didn't act quickly, her heart was going to stop. Now, Dr. Marsden, again, is sort of in shock at how quickly this is happening, but he just jumped into protocol. He began giving the woman chest compressions to make sure blood was flowing to her heart. Meanwhile, the surgeon administered oxygen and blood pressure medication, and the nurse called for an ambulance. The reason she had to call for an ambulance is because the Surgicare Center was not equipped to handle medical emergencies. It was only for scheduled surgeries. And so if there was a medical emergency, all they could do was just stabilize the patient until paramedics arrived. And that's exactly what Dr. Marsden, the nurse, and the surgeon did. They got this woman stable, and then just a minute later, two paramedics came running down the hallway. They took possession of the patient, they put her onto their stretcher, out the door they went, they put her in the back of the ambulance, and they sped off to the local hospital. As Dr. Marsden watched the ambulance disappear down the road, he knew his patient was now in good hands, but he was still very shaken by the whole experience. Because this type of emergency, somebody going into unexplained, sudden cardiac arrest following a totally routine surgery, was extremely rare. Meaning, for this to happen even just once over the course of somebody's medical career, to have witnessed something like that, was very rare. But for Dr. Marsden, this was not the first time he had seen this. In fact, literally the day before, a different patient at the Surgicare Center had also gone into sudden, unexplained cardiac arrest following their routine procedure. So, as Dr. Marsden went back inside and began heading upstairs to the hospital administrator's office to tell them about this latest emergency, he kept thinking to himself how crazy it was that he had just witnessed these two unexplained sudden cardiac arrests, basically back to back. But Dr. Marsden just thought to himself, hopefully this is just a really bad coincidence.
Want to start a podcast, but not sure how? Riverside has got you covered. Either run the company use using Fluid Zero tools and a doc, or use the chapter timeline, which makes it easier to skim.
Centers of cardiac arrest. She knew she had to call a staff meeting. And so
Let's see what else we got around here. I'm gonna switch it around because this shit is straight up bullshit. Right? You got a whole bunch of other people playing a whole bunch of other people's shit, and they claim that they're talking about it.
DK is a TikToker
right?
with over 1.7
million
million
followers.
He gained popularity through making content by portraying himself to be a tough gangster. DK's rise to social media fame was short-lived after some serious allegations emerged about his behavior.
Everybody that posts is capable and should be capable of accepting a thank you from anybody.
Those charges.
There's plenty of us on here on YouTube that are broke. They really do need the money, YouTube. You suck. You suck, you suck, you suck. You take all the fucking money out of all your motherfucking creators. You only reward big YouTubers, and you shit on the rest of us. Like we're not shit. You can double standard shit. Look, does he have permission for this shit? Let me guess his commentary. I don't want to hear shit. I'm commentating right now, YouTube. You fucking suck. I'm with Troy now. You fucking suck, Troy. You fucking suck, YouTube. Does he have permission for you to use this guy's shit? Does he have a strike on his shit? It's longer than 5 seconds.
This disturbing video. My tip creaming right now. My cream and receive donations. And because of how sensitive his microphone is, it picks up.
This nigga's known to be a pedophile. And he's a fake ass.
Which, hey, I guess intentionally, Kane got his first break when he collaborated with another established TikToker called Laylo Gone Crazy, or is it Lalo? Laylo Lalo. He's a TikToker that has almost 1 million followers. He was known for roasting and reaction content and often hosting confrontational live streams. Despite DK being mocked when he went on these live streams, he continued to do it because he was getting a wider audience. He was growing his brand.
See what else we got here. Bullshit. Secrets exposed. CIA secrets exposed. Bullshit. 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 Fuck out of here. Let's see what's this.
Okay, so one
Charlie Kirk. That's the guy that's talking now. That's this guy that's right here. Hey?
Right, so
I'm assuming this is Charlie Kirk. Ultimate Charlie Kirk versus best debate moments. Charlie Kirk. Okay, so this is his and it's on his channel. So let's leave that one alone. And he's a great disputer.
So everything is subjective.
He has
so
some
is
great
it
strong
objectively
points.
true you?
Okay, let's see what's this shit here we got. Mr. Amir Odom. Okay, another guy that likes to talk about stuff. Good stuff. How much money does it take to make this commercial? You got money. Shut the fuck up. Stop using it. Stop using it. Stop it.
Uneducated white women.
America failed women tonight. We have to figure out how to understand, talk to, and listen to the half of the country that rose up tonight and said, we've had enough.
President Trump is back, and I cannot believe things played out how it did. It was such a crazy election night, and in today's video, we're going to talk about just that. We're going to discuss the election, what happens next, where do we go from here, and we're also going to react to liberals who are, very upset at this, and get into why, and then my perspective on this all. And don't forget, if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow.
So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing. That alone is insanity, and it goes to show how many people really stood behind Donald Trump and his entire team. But I will say, more people voted for RFK, and they're more than likely going to get the House. It is to make an important. And I think us that really sought after the truth for what it is. Every news organization on the left swore they had it in the bag, and it's apparent that they were wrong. And I feel like a lot of these people were wrong because they were trapping themselves in an echo chamber. I get it. I admittedly have a bias leaning more right. I'm not going to hide away from that. I'm always going to acknowledge that and be open with that. Because I acknowledge that bias, I rely on tools to keep me centered and grounded to make sure that I'm seeing all sides. Because I know it can be hard to really trust the media. You can be really feeling discouraged by them. But remember, we are the media now. which is just so
So,
dope. Like
if
we
it's
are the media.
$2,000 a month,
When we
that's
empower ourselves to think for
$24,000 a
ourselves
year,
and see all sides and
right?
go after the truth,
Just
you realize
correct
you
me if
gain
I'm
your
getting this
power
wrong.
back. You're not being told how to think or where to think
24K
or
a year
how to feel a
is
certain
what some
way.
of us
No,
make out
this is
here on
all
a
on you. And
part-time
I can tell you this
basis.
right now that every mainstream
Period.
independent journalist that
Okay?
I
So now
follow
let's
that
just
talks
take
about
that
all the different
24
sides of
and let's
topics,
multiply
and
it.
a lot
Let's
of my
just say by
friends
10.
and
Buck
family and
40.
his content
Let's
creators
say
in
by 10.
general that
Who
seek
out
the
here is
news
making
for themselves
240K a
ground
year
news as the
that they
best
can
aggregator
afford
to really see what is
$2,000 a
going
month?
on in the media,
If
and
they're
they
not
haven't
selling
been
drugs
blindsided
and
to
they're not
anything
selling
at
ass,
all.
can we
With
keep that
ground
real,
news, you
America?
can clearly see
Come on,
all the
YouTube.
coverage details, what's leaning left, what's leaning
You're a
right, the
fucking
bias
lying-ass
distribution, the
bitch.
factuality, who owns the
Give
news.
everybody
You
a
can
super
quickly
chat,
toggle
cunt.
between what the left is saying, what the right is saying, and that equips us, the
Hassan
people,
has
with the
Mr.
tools
Hassan
that
has
we
like
need
10
now more
channels
than
and he plays
ever
the
to
same
see the
content
news through a
over
clear
and
lens.
over.
Ground News is
He
a
makes
great website
one
to use. They
video
also have an
shorter than he
incredible
does the
mobile app
other,
that
and
you
all of a
can
sudden it's a
hop
brand
in
new
and get
video
the news
YouTube.
for you. Even on their For You page, you have all the local news or even cities that you really want to keep tabs on. You can see what's going on in that area. In the top United States news,
Oh, I have
you can
one
easily see
channel. One channel's
you
for
can see some things that are
logging.
really going on. You can swipe
How is
through
he
the
getting
different
paid from
headlines
that?
from the
And
left, right,
guys, you
and
can look
center
it
and
up.
compare.
You can look it up to see how
How
much
is the
each
story
channel
being
is making
said,
and
who's saying
generating.
what, and I can
Now, if
elaborate
you
that
have one
more in
YouTube
the
subscriber,
actual
one YouTube,
website, for example, over here on the left,
one
something that the
YouTuber,
left isn't
and
talking about that
he
much, but
has
the right is.
6
Joy Reid's
channels,
Florida
and
is
he's using
extreme
the
fashion
same
for rejecting
exact
abortion as a measure. The
regurgitated
left probably isn't
videos,
reporting on that much
and
at
he's still
all
getting
because
paid for
they're
them.
probably realizing
That's fair,
they're
YouTube?
probably realizing that
Where's the
these
super chats?
alarming words and being this abrasive is
Nobody
not
getting no
working for
super
them.
chats,
I mean,
only
like
those that
Hemingway
got
Republicans,
200,000
using these
subscribers
words to
or
send
2 million
everybody extreme
subscribers
and
that don't
fascist.
need the money.
That's not playing out. Look into what
You're
the
full
people
of shit,
actually believe
YouTube.
and what they're saying,
You're
and
full
you
of
realize
shit.
you need to be more sympathetic.
You're full of shit, YouTube. You should put up some why YouTube full of shit, bitch. You're fucking full of shit, bitch. What's wrong with giving everybody a super chat, you greedy fuck? You fucking greedy fuck. You want nobody to leave your platform. Keep them on the platform. The fuck? Like half of this content is being produced by giant corporations. It's no longer smaller YouTubers. But even when a smaller YouTuber happens to fucking do something on their own, you still shit on them. Let's see who's this.
Everything you knew about Christmas was a little different.
And you know what I'm
than you
doing, right?
expected.
I'm digging around, because that's it, yo. I'm sick and tired of that shit.
Joe Rogan's not a
Call
journalist. He's never
everybody
claimed to
out
be,
for
nor has he
using
ever
other
tried to.
people's shit.
He seems to
Don't
just be a man who
fucking
likes
call
talking
out
to people,
whoever you
hearing
want
their
to fucking
thoughts and
call
topics
out.
that he doesn't know too
Call
much about.
everybody else
He's
out that's
curious, often
using all
skeptical,
those
and
people's
values
shit.
truth. Which is why he doesn't really take too kindly when people, especially news networks and journalists, start spreading lies. It's something CNN has been doing to him over the last few years, and nothing's more satisfying than watching Joe Rogan expose these people for what they truly are. Like with Joe's feud with the quote-unquote most trusted name in news, Don Lemon. It all began during the pandemic, when Rogan revealed that he didn't see the point of getting a vaccine if you were young or healthy.
You're like 21 years old, and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no. Are you healthy? If you're a healthy person and
Subscribe
you're
if
exercising all the time,
everybody
and you're
deserves
young,
a super
and you're
chat.
eating well, and like,
Subscribe
I don't
if everybody
think you need to
deserves
worry
a
about
thank you
this.
button.
When he
If you
contracted the
think
virus himself,
that
he took to
somebody
social media
that
to let
has
his
more
followers
than
know how he
100
was treating it with a
subscribers
cocktail of
should
different
have a thank you
medications.
button.
So CNN saw an opportunity to stir trouble.
Where if
In the
you
report
want to
following
contribute
Rogan's
something
announcement,
to
the
that
network claimed
person,
that the drug he was using was meant for...
if a subscriber, if a YouTuber, I'm sorry, has more than 100 subscribers, they should have a super thanks or a thank you button. Why is it only YouTubers that have the millions of subscribers, over 250,000 subscribers, then they get the super chat? There's plenty of people out here that have niche categories and niche people, niche demographics. Why their people can't give them a super chat? They need to have 2,000 subscribers, 2,000 knitters, 2,000 basketball players, 2,000 commentary fans in order for them to get a super thanks? You suck, YouTube. You suck.
livestock before showing Rogan's initial video. Interestingly, the expert they brought in to discuss the drug doesn't once mention its use in livestock and only comments that it wasn't meant to treat viral infections, only parasites. But CNN didn't seem to care about this and went ahead with their claim that Rogan was taking a horse dewormer.
His statement on social media said he
has taken several therapeutics to recover.
Turns out I got COVID. So we immediately
out
threw the
here.
kitchen sink at it. All kinds of
We
meds,
used to make
monoclonal
stuff, now we can't make
antibodies.
nothing. You gotta post stuff, you gotta advertise stuff, you got us paying for our own advertisement on your platform. It should be called MeTube, not YouTube, because it stopped being about the creators a long time ago, YouTube. You suck ass. You really suck ass.
Ivermectin, Z-Pack, prednisone, everything.
One of those drugs he mentioned, ivermectin, is something more often used to deworm horses. CDC says there's no evidence it works on COVID. Its increased usage has only led to a substantial increase in overdoses after a push by some on the far right seeking vaccine misinformation.
I can afford
Look, it says at least over 10 seconds of somebody else's video. It's Mr. Rogan's video.
They're making
Mr.
shit
Moon
up.
is
They
using
keep saying I'm
what?
taking horse
Where's the
dewormer. I
commentary?
literally got it from a doctor.
But he seems to be irrational.
There seems to
The
be a
senator, rather than start
rational
battling with his news network, he would instead invite his chief medical officer,
So what?
Dr. Sanjay
The video
Gupta, to the
needed
Joe
a
Rogan
further
experience.
breakdown?
Dr. Gupta admitted that his colleagues
This is
had lied
original
and claimed
content,
he didn't know
YouTube?
why
Or is
they
he
had done it.
regurgitating the
Does
same
it
shit
bother
that he
you
just said on the
about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was right? You're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked.
But they Joe Rogan, making enemies with one of the most influential
But
men
let me
online,
guess,
and
because
so
if
they
you
weren't
got
going to back down the
2.3
season. So when
million
Dr. Gupta appeared on
subscribers,
Don Lemon's show
he's
shortly
good.
after Rogan's
There's more
episode dropped,
leniency
it was
for bigger
abundantly clear that the
YouTubers.
reports really wasn't interested in anything that
You
had really
whack
been said
YouTube
throughout
with
the
your double
exchange between him and
standards. You
Rogan,
whack.
and only once to
Racist, and you straight up racist. You
Is a
suck.
drug that is commonly used as a horse dewormer.
Rather than discuss the points that Joe Rogan had brought up, Lemon defended the network by doubling down on the fact that because ivermectin was used as a horse dewormer, no one had technically lied, therefore no one could be proven wrong. Gupta confirmed Lemon's point, but when he tried to bring up the fact that Rogan was addressing claims that CNN had made about him specifically, the crux of the issue and the primary reason he had been invited to talk on the podcast, Lemon started talking over her.
I think that's important, and it is not approved for COVID. Correct?
That's right. Now, I think what Joe's point
That
is...
it's been
is
approved
that-
for humans, but not necessarily
Is the Moon ask CNN
It's
for
almost
this?
comical watching the
Footage?
network try to assert that there are highly credible
Did
sources of
he?
information with years of
no,
articles
because
to
it's
prove
because he's
it, or refusing to
commentary.
even
I'm
acknowledge that they
commentating
made a
now.
mistake, much less tell a very blatant lie. And Rogan was having none of it. During his next episode, he hammered CNN and dismissed their every attempt at maintaining credibility. He started by pointing out the idiocy and demonizing him, and the medications that he was taking. Rogan went on to poke holes in the logic.
And
They're
just in
making
case
shit
you're
up.
not
They keep
catching
saying
it,
I'm taking horse dewormer.
and just in case you're not catching it, I just want you to know that the narrator, Mr. Moon, is narrating another video that he just saw of Mr. Rogan, who's narrating another video with this other gentleman. So there you go.
Literally got it from a doctor. It's an American company. It's they won the Nobel Prize in 2015 for use in human beings.
Showing that the issue wasn't that they lied about the medication, but in the way they showed him trying to take this medication.
They try to make it seem as if I'm
for a year and a half. Listen to the expert. No longer is the one who has all the answers.
when they say things that are.
That's right, I'm looking for junk, bitch. Oh, what's this? A 10-minute video on why the Platform 2 is the worst movie of 2024. Meh. Losing the black vote cost the election. He records you how a toy bear leaked 2 million kids' voice chats. When woke liberals realized that Donald Trump won. Alright, here we go.
Feel confident about weight loss with compounded semaglutide injections, made with the same active ingredient as Ozempic, and a reliable supply you can count on.
Archie, this is a suggestion paid channel member. The name of the video is When Woke Liberals Realize That Donald Trump... I expect massive on top of massive meltdowns.
Oh my god, I just had a reaction.
dashboard of the Congress.
I understand why we can't have a female president. Like, why not?
Okay.
Like, I'm much more qualified and intelligent and, like,
That's commentary.
perfect for the position do we have to be?
Oh.
Why?
Oh, she's a victim.
Oh, she's a victim.
Oh, she's a victim.
Oh, she's a victim, guys.
White dudes for Harris?
White dudes for Harris.
Oh.
Oh, that's a lot of meat.
You made sense of that one, guys.
Oh.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
I mean, bro, but just be happy.
Just be happy.
No, I have been studying Kamala's charts.
This makes it my content now.
She's not only going to win, but she's going to be winning a second term the next 8 years. And her
Okay.
look really, really strong. Trump, not so much. I was wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of astrologers
Yeah.
were wrong. A lot
Yeah.
of us were wrong.
Because most of the astrology
because most of the astrology is wrong
right? So
in
that
general.
generally tends to be the people who care about, are you a Leo rising or that nonsense? Are you a Sagittarius? I don't care, bro. Right?
Are you a
Either
Capricorn?
way, a lot of the individuals actually enjoy
Anyway,
or
let's press on.
engage
Let's
in
press on.
nonsense,
Nothing like
are
commentary.
generally
Because you guys care about what I'm
Kamala
thinking about
Harris
right
says,
now, aren't you? Let's keep watching the video. Yeah.
But if you think that right now is the time to tell me that you don't believe in astrology, who gives a about astrology right now, dude?
Right.
Who literally cares about that?
I'll say that every day.
That is like the least of our worries.
You're right.
This is my career. I have built a life off of reading the stars for people and getting it right.
Getting it right.
But if you're gonna come into my comments and
Okay.
complain that, well,
Okay.
I'm no longer gonna believe in astrology, who gives a for real? Let's be for real right now. That is the last.
Sorry,
You
guys.
just said that's your career, so
You just said that's your career, so you know. Technically,
you know.
technically, you didn't just state nothing brand new. She just said that was a part of her
My
career.
mom can't lose her Social Security.
Oh my
we
God.
can't lose our Medicaid.
That's
our Medicare.
I don't want to work.
Things happening in the world right now, and I know
wanna
that like
sit
you
in the
guys
back
think this
corner
is
making
something gotcha.
videos.
But I don't give a
Big commentary.
if you think astrology is not real right now, because there's real life happening in this country.
You know why? You know why? Because I would outdo you. I would outwork you any day.
In the background.
This is how you making money, making commentary, sitting in the corner.
Trump wins all three of the blue
I
walls.
don't do that shit, but I was too.
We're not in 2016. We have seen his reaction to. We've seen January 6th insurrection. We've seen 2 impeachments.
Exactly.
We've seen 34 felony convictions.
No, no, guys.
You guys should be putting this thing away if that was the case.
Hey girls, so just so you know, IUDs will last throughout
None of these are
the
my
entirety of his
videos,
presidency.
but I am doing
So if
commentary.
you want to have somewhat of a choice over your body, you should probably go get one.
Did y'all see this?
Y'all see
Do you
this?
see it?
Yeah, we saw it.
See it.
Yeah, we were there.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Do y'all see that?
Yeah, that's called a blowout.
What is going on, Trump 2024? I was going to sleep until I see it,
Where's the commentary?
And look what I see.
That's not your video, man. Start saying something. Come on.
It is
Say something. Come on. You got almost 200,000 subscribers. Almost a million.
Guys, I think this is more of a testament to how much people actually dislike the overall messaging that is coming from the current Democrat Party.
Yeah, now you guys
Right,
getting
like,
that, right?
listen to the messaging, and if it doesn't resonate with
you
you,
barely believe it.
that's okay.
And we
because I think
needed
it's
Jim
more
to say
based
that
off
so
of
that
the
we understood
votes
that she barely believed it.
this side here, guys.
Okay, commentary,
I
yes.
think this pretty much
yeah.
solidified
I think this pretty much
the
solidified
ideologies
it.
that are
That
constantly
this shit is
pushed,
bullshit.
are
Commentary
meaningless
is bullshit. What?
to
We
the
can't process this
masses.
video for ourselves?
Trump 24.
And this is what we other people getting paid for?
through for Kamala Harris.
This might
fucking
be
day and
the
night.
best food.
That's all you know, bitch.
Like, damn.
I swear to God, if you idiots elect that demented man, I will burn this.
You seen this video? Where's the commentary, dude? Where are you? Oh, where? Straight up? Somebody else's video? I'm done.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Having
meet
a
you.
little trouble with the fact I beat ya? I guess so. Music to my ears got me thirsty though.
No? Did this person write the song?
You done got me buzzing. Nothing is
What?
about like an arrogant twat falling on TikTok. Raise a shot.
You're a twat.
It's alright, I feel that way too.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for
Please,
this.
no man wants to be near you, bitch.
Okay, like, if y'all hate women that much, I hope you never get ever again.
Brother,
Like, y'all hate us this much?
What? She let some guy in and
I've literally broken up with a
This
man because he voted
That's
for
what I
Trump.
look like.
And you can too. It's very easy.
You look like
Say
a man.
bye. Toodaloo. Sayonara, bitch. And here's the thing. Any man
Chick with
that's
a
like,
head.
oh,
She
that
looks
makes
like a
sense,
man.
you're gonna die alone, da-da-da. I'm getting married in 11 days, bitch. To a woman.
Congratulations.
You see that shit? You couldn't afford this ring. Even if you tried. Thank you.
That's the only reason why you're marrying her.
whoever the ex-boyfriend is, he dodged a bullet. He's probably celebrating right now.
Oh, look, guys, we finally got some commentary,
God,
guys.
I did not impregnate that other lunatic.
Oh, shit.
Thank
And how
you.
long it took
I
her?
just saw a man smiling.
3 minutes
Like,
in
what
to
do you
say
have to
something,
smile
one
about?
comment about
Unless
all
you
these
have that like
videos.
smile disease from the horror
Yeah,
movie
YouTube, you full
Smile
of shit,
1 and
bitch.
2. Like, stop smiling. Sorry, I can't give you a ride. You
Fake
voted for
bitch.
Trump. Sorry, I can't help you with that. You voted for Trump. No, I'm not gonna make you food. I know you're sick. You voted for Trump. Oh, you broke your knee again? You voted for Trump. You need a ride to the dentist because your husband doesn't care enough about you to take you to the dentist, so you expect your child to. You both voted for Trump.
Where's the
you're getting older
commentary,
and you're gonna
YouTube?
need someone to take
Where's
care
the
of you. Sucks that
commentary?
you voted for Trump, lady.
Where's the commentary? I don't see no commentary.
I'm not born from an empty cup. Go fuck yourself.
4.5 minutes in,
I make
YouTube.
public service
You're full of
announcements to
shit,
bitches
YouTube.
behind the 4B movement.
There should be a
Not
whole
one
bunch
man
of people
is
with
losing sleep
multiple
over the fact that you
strikes,
don't
because
have
I'm
sex
sure
with
it's
them,
on all
that
the
you don't
other
want to
videos
procreate
too.
with them, you don't
Stop
want
your
to date
shit,
them, and you
bitch.
don't want to marry them. In fact, the entire
Big
premise
ass
behind
bitch.
the 4B movement
Give us all
is a
super
future
chats,
without
YouTube.
men.
You're full of
The
shit,
same men that
bitch.
fought for our country, the same men that have built our roads, built our bridges, maintained our vehicles, truck our stuff from point A to point B.
You're
They
a
don't
fake
want to.
ass
They don't want to
whore,
touch you.
bitch.
In fact,
You too.
they don't
You
want
fucking
their
whore.
gene pool polluted with your left wing of the
Nonsense,
planet.
forcing
If you had that same
commercials.
deserted island with
Damn,
one
now the
woman and
commercials
1,000
is
men,
back
we would
to
go
back.
extinct.
They don't
Kind
even
of
give
like
you
what would have
one commercial, they
happened
give you
should
2
the
commercials.
DEI dipshit on the Democratic ticket made it into office because World War III was on the horizon.
I'm outside literally because my therapist told me to, not because I want to be. If anyone watching this happens to be in Europe or somewhere else, would you like to marry me?
No, but please don't come in.
Oh, wait. Hey,
Just got married to your husband. Your husband is blatant, just redneck. Garbage. And I'm gonna explain to him that woman that married him, fun shit, because marriage establish itself in your for me.
I'd run 1,000 miles into the other direction.
There goes, you don't date dykes.
You hate women? Support her.
That's obvious. You're straight. You're
Very
not
excited
gonna
about an underdog.
He's the CEO of someone out of
2.05 million
so different
subscribers.
and so
And
rich?
why
He said he
YouTube
always
always
wanted to get
dissing
rich,
subscribers
but
by
not for
making
the reasons
subscribers
you
a
might
small
expect.
An
s?
unlikely genius who
Fuck you,
comes
man.
once in a
You don't
lifetime.
think that after 2 million subscribers, the S should be capitalized, bitch?
Sam is a genius.
You suck, YouTube. You suck. You suck.
Dedicated his stories.
Joe billionaire to banker.
Sam Bankman. November 2022, one of the biggest tales of financial fraud was
All you need is a
unraveled.
corner, a light, a lamp, and a mouth.
And it all centered around one man and a
Play
web of
videos in
lies
the
spun
background and
over
then
the course
just
of a few
pretend like
years.
you're talking about something.
Nerds clothing. Stunning fall from
The
someone who was
devil
once
in
considered
nerds
crypto's
clothing.
golden boy.
Many out there who believe he's just a pathological
Many
liar.
out there
I
believe
remember
he's just a
watching it
pathological.
unfold and wondering How?
Everyone seemed to believe it, from Wall Street to celebrities.
My boy Sam from FTX.
And even Washington, D.C.
His FTX team were among the
This
top
guy is
political
fooling
donors.
supposedly smart
class action
people.
lawsuit accuses FTX, its former CEO, and around a dozen celebrities causing some $11 billion in U.S. investor losses.
Over the last few months, I wanted to find the pieces of the puzzle.
So over the last few months, I wanted to find pieces of the puzzle, and what I found was extraordinary, and it's left people broken.
This point in my life has been swept away.
A former
My
FTX
biggest fear
user.
that this is not over. Some people think this story begins and ends with Sam Bankman-Fried,
Sam
but that's wrong.
Bankman-Fried, I have some
It is
music in the
doomed to repeat
background.
itself.
Yes.
Oh,
what's this? A commercial. Another commercial. And how many minutes in are we? We're only 2 minutes in, YouTube. 2 minutes in the video. Are you fucking serious, bitch? YouTube, you suck ass, bitch.
But first, for the last 3 years, I've been using
Let's see
those.
who else we can find over here. What is this? Look, another one. This one's Omeezy, right? Remember earlier I was doing the debate? And I was under some other shit, right? That's another somebody else's content.
You constantly blame others for inadequacies and why you're fat. The reason why you're fat.
I haven't blamed about one person
Isn't that, well,
for where I am.
yeah, because you're always
I'm
like,
on
oh, it's tough and all this other stuff. The reality is
69.6
we eat too much.
69.6K subscribers.
Again.
Jubilee is
You
wasting
say
your
whatever you
time.
want to say. I do want to press.
And he's playing the whole video.
Anymore, because this is not the way to reach
Okay,
the middle
here we go.
ground.
Okay, he's
Jubilee was a
talking,
platform
he's
that became super duper popular during the pandemic because it bridged the gap between people that were on one side of the aisle, people that were on the other side of the aisle, had them come together to reach a middle ground or play out their stereotype fantasies when they had them select the X, Y, and Z type of person. It was just a really interesting.
Alright, 40 seconds. 40 seconds.
I don't think they sign mail at birth, so people are.
Let's see, 40 seconds.
I think that a person
At 40 seconds, so let's see, 40 seconds
So what do you say
in.
in some cases?
Come on, bitch. 40 seconds
Doing
in.
debates based off of Charlie Kirk's
115.
crazy
40
stances.
seconds
I
in
guess that's the
one.
best way to put it.
35 seconds of talking. Alright, we went back to going back to somebody else's video.
So people are not mail at birth. I think proceed. Your evidence that college is a scam, my friend. So what do you say in some cases?
Then all the way
On
to
the
1 minute
political
and
aisle, I probably
39.
have some more liberal
in.
ideologies than the conservatives or whatever the case
He
may
guess-
be.
I guess he's giving his version of what we just all saw.
One of the biggest time wasters on the internet. and
Time
something that can
wasters
honestly
on
break
the
your brain.
internet,
But
and he's
watching
saving
this
us time.
conversation instead of more recent conversations on the platform that.
And what about Mr. Hassan? He has like 12 channels, all of it playing regurgitated music. Playing regurgitated content. How's your conversation
and the
anywhere
gamifying of serious topics in which people
YouTube has even monetized his going to the bathroom.
on the other end are really being hurt while they're up there having some sort of scorecard in the comment section about people who are going through things like abortion or rape or being a part of some sort of war of religion.
But yet you're making money off of the whole video from
Conversations
their
that require
stuff.
so much gray area, so much more
Made
discussion,
a
so much more
19
research,
minute
so much more
video
nuance,
about
and make it
them.
extremely black and white by the end of the day. And in
And
reality, the only people that are actually suffering are not the people that are taking in and
starting
consuming the
from 3 weeks
conversation
ago.
from the
You've
audience
been
standpoint, but the people
monetizing
that they're
this
actually
video.
talking
This video
about.
has
So
been
from who has the
monetized
best talking
since the
points
day
to
you
eloquently
press
elaborate
publish.
themselves to
And you're
who has
sitting
the
here
biggest
talking about how
presence in the
Jubilee is a
room
waste
with the
of
biggest
our
story,
time.
the biggest anecdote, and just who can dominate the conversation as a whole. If you can make people look
there
dumb
you
and
go.
come with some
If
sort
you can
of
make
silly
people look dumb and
counterpoint
come
that
up with
doesn't
some
necessarily have
silly
anything to do with the
counterpoint, you know, like the
conversation, you'll be deemed
stupid
as a
duck
winner
I
versus
got behind
actually
me.
listening and taking
You
in
know
what
what I'm
people are
saying?
saying
And taking
then
in what
having
people
some
and
sort
people
of
are talking.
well thought
There's
out,
like a whole
good
bunch of people,
intention and
just a
good
whole
faith
bunch of
rebut
talking
to
and
try to come to
diarrhea.
a
Is
middle
he
ground.
saying anything
What
that's
is it
brand
about,
new?
let's say, a 6-week baby that has a heartbeat, its own DNA,
Pause for
fingerprint,
copyright
brainwaves,
protection.
that is less moral
See what I'm
worth than an
talking about?
88-year-old right now with
Look,
dementia in a
pause
home
for
down the
copyright
street? That
protection.
person
Pause
requires
for copyright
assistance,
protection.
requires
Why?
help. Why
Because
is it that the
he
6-week
knows
baby is of less
that
moral
he's
worth?
using somebody else's content. Look,
What does
pause
fetus
for
mean?
copyright content.
is in utero. What does
Right?
fetus mean in Latin?
This is whack. YouTube, you whack. You whack. You whack. These niggas is playing and dancing around your fucking rules all fucking day.
Your smile specifically. But let's
You had the nerve to give me a copyright strike because of a fucking commercial, you fucking fat bitch.
The fetus
You fucking suck ass bitch. And give everybody a super chat, ho.
until it is viable.
Everybody deserves super chat. If anybody's posting on here, they're fucking creators. And if I want to fucking thank my fucking creators, I don't give a fuck if my favorite creator only has 5 subscribers, bitch. If I want to give him $5, I should have the right to give him $5.
Defined as something that cannot
YouTube be
survive
fucking suck
outside of
ass.
its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive
I need 2 million
outside
subscribers to get a
of
super
woman's
chat button. I need 200K.
It is not a living organism.
What if I only have 50 subscribers that actually give a fuck about what I do? And they each want to give me $1.
People are catapulted into internet
YouTube, you
fame.
can suck
The
a dick,
grifters are gonna
bitch.
grift. The
Fucking
people
fake
that are
ass
gonna take
bitch.
advantage are going to take advantage. The opportunists
Always the
are
same
going to take
shit.
the
Look, always a
opportunity. And this is
fucking
where we
cow
insert
sitting in
internet
the
nerd
background
Aiden
and some
Ross.
talking
Look,
some
Aiden
shit
becomes
about
so
another
and so.
video. This is what YouTube got into. No more creative nothing. You're just talking about people that talk about other people that are talking about other people.
But the biggest one is that he's a white
Which is what I'm doing right now. Why am I doing this? Because this is what everybody liking now.
You are legitimizing that
Bullshit.
as a perspective that should be considered. How am I supposed to
You
have
try to
a
give
debate
them real
with
shit
someone
and
who's
they're like,
openly
real shit is boring.
No, but you can't
No,
just,
you
like,
want to draw
hate
more
people for
stupid
no
shit.
reason
You
and
can't just
expect me
hate
to,
people
like,
for no
normalize that.
reason.
Number 2,
Well, I'm wearing a
the fans
SpongeBob
are really
shirt.
excited about it. Why did they get really excited about it? Because they're a hate group. And what does a hate group need? Something and someone to hate. So essentially, I was being paid
Tell them to go jump off the
$20,000
fucking
to
bridge,
provide
bitch.
entertainment for a bunch of
Go hate on that. You don't like your life, go throw
And then
yourself off
number
a fucking
3
bridge.
is I think it's kind of hilarious
Fuck outta
that
here.
Aiden Ross tried to pay a girl $20,000 to talk to him.
I
She
wish
still
YouTube
said
was
no.
a real
That's
person, bro. Tell me
funny.
to
Get
fucking
advice
go
from
hang
him?
yourself.
Jesus Christ. That's kind of my take on it. I just didn't
YouTube
want
sucks
it.
ass.
Just gross. I don't want anything to do with that.
Now, I thought she laid out some very good points, because to be honest with you, oftentimes...
Yeah, I thought she laid down
You look
the
like you need the money.
points, and
Look, I
then
don't know
look, 30 seconds
long
later,
you-
he back to her
Hilarious that
video.
Aiden Ross tried to
Oh,
pay
wait.
a girl
Wait,
$20,000
what's
to
this?
talk to him.
What is
You look
this?
like you need the money. Look, I don't
Is
know
this
how
the
long
video
this
from
Jubilee
another?
hype is gonna...
Another YouTuber?
It's gonna eventually
Wait,
wear
guys.
off. I'm telling you what's
Pause
gonna happen.
that shit. So, we got Mr. Ahmezi using the Jubilee show, using the Adrian Ross, this Adrian nigga, an Adrian dude over here, who's already making a commentary on her commentary on the commentary of Jubilee, who is now being commentated on by the Ahmezi, who was previously commentated on. I'm just joking. But you get the gist, right? All right, fools, let's go back.
I offered you $20,000. I make 10x, 15x just from having you and Nick do it, just from that one specific stream. So you're basically like my little, like, you're like my little content slut for the day. And I get to make a lot of
what
money
you
off of
acting
you.
like,
I think
Ron
it's a
and
win-win.
Aiden Ross?
But
You
I think
acting
you
like a
fucked up
big
by saying no.
bitch. You know you're nothing but
Because when your little
YouTube's fucking
shit wears
snake
off,
bitch.
this little
Shut the
hype that you
fuck up.
have from this feminist hype, I was being so polite, professional towards you, despite you looking like an alien. And it's crazy.
Everybody
These
knows
people,
you've been the
you want to
biggest
say
bitch
something
for
like that,
years.
that
Biggest
Aiden
bitch
Ross had
for
to pay
years.
$20,000 to talk to a
All
girl.
I need is
You're not
a
even a
dark
girl
room
to
and
me.
a lamp.
I mean, look at this
Anybody
fucking
could do
animal.
commentary
Look at
now.
this. This is just
You,
fucking
right now,
disgusting.
watching
You
this
have armpit
fucking
hair.
video right
A
now.
regular
Get
man
on,
is
press
not having
live.
sex with this,
Watch
nor
a
being
fucking
attracted to this. I'm
commentary
sorry.
and start
Nobody's having
talking
sex
about it.
with
Give
you,
everybody your
for the right
opinion,
reasons, at
because
least.
everything
Like,
now
I'm sorry,
on
if a girl
content
ever looks
is
at me,
about
this way, in a
opinions.
sexual
Look,
way,
look at
with
Mr.
armpit hair
Aiden
like
Ross's
this,
opinion,
it's
this
fucking
other
disgusting.
lady's opinion,
It's fucking disgusting. I'm
Ahmezi's
sorry,
opinion,
guys. Literally just
Jubilee,
proving her point
this
right.
man's
This is
opinion.
Aiden Ross
I mean,
was distraught a couple months ago,
never short
saying
on
that his
opinions.
audience was this, that, and
There
the
you
third.
go.
His
Look,
community
you
was
get permission
negative,
for that?
etc., etc. Took a break from the content, had the peers advise him to switch different directions, and now is exactly back to doing the things that got him to this place in the first place. Literally proving
Well,
her
what's with the
point
duck?
time
He
in and
stole
time
that
out as
duck
to
shit
why
from
not
that other dude.
participate
You guys
in the
know who I'm
whole
talking
idea
about.
of
Where he
debate
went.
content is
The
so
purple duck
Aiden
guy.
Ross, it's super
They tried to
ridiculous.
buy
And I'm gonna
him
be
out, and
honest
he
with you.
refused
One
to
of the
sell
guys
out.
that had the most
So they
insightful
buried
things
him.
on
They
the internet
buried
to
him.
say about this is my guy Walter from Fresh and Fit.
Pointing out who's behind the scenes pulling strings, what does that do?
Oh,
Simply
yeah.
so,
Wait,
what does
what's
that
this,
do?
another
That makes
show?
target.
The
No,
Random
100%,
Games?
100%.
Random Games?
Well, a lot of people probably didn't know that.
And
just
the
now.
Random
And
Games
now
is
they
using
know. What are they gonna do
footage
behind
from
the-
where?
What are they going to do with it? The COVID thing.
What are they going to do?
Wreckenborg
Education support.
News?
To do what?
It's not fresh, man. Not going to have this discussion with you.
I'm just saying.
Always like, bro, why
I'm sorry, guys. I'm adding my commentary. I gotta make it original,
What
right?
do we gain from having these conversations with these
What are we
people
gaining
other
from having
than the
this
Bible
conversation,
split?
my
It's not
brother?
like anybody has in real time changed
Nobody
their
has
minds,
any time in
swayed their
real time
emotions, maybe
swayed
become a little
watching.
less
Everybody's
strict
just
in their
watching you
beliefs,
sitting
or
there
hell, even
with your
reach the
YouTube
middle
play
ground.
button in the
Oftentimes,
background and that
this
duck
just
next
leads
to you.
to another
And you're
moment to
shaking
be
your
laughed
hand
at or
and
mocked
you're
at on the internet,
commentating
another
on
thing
the
for them
video
to
that
be
you
hateful
already
for,
saw.
and then
And
another
tomorrow you're
place
gonna
and
comment
space
some more
for
on another
all these
video you what he
people to
saw,
come and attack
right?
people.
And it's gonna be the same shit. And
Middle
there's
ground.
a middle ground, and there's gonna be the debate. This is just a rock fight, and it's just my commentary. This is just my opinion, which is just totally crazy. Just sitting here watching me give my opinion about another people that are giving their opinion about an opinion on an opinion.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody. Shame. I mean, you deserve to be depressed if you're fat.
Hey, you guys saw that right there. I'm being original.
Sensationalized takes for clicks and views. The whole
everything's about clicks and views. What is he telling us that's brand new? Nothing at all. Regular people with regular opinions, like I'm sitting here with my regular ass, sitting on this regular couch with the most erratic people on the internet, and I saw that cut, so I probably didn't be editing later. Any other platform that's mainstream that does nothing because it does nothing but comment on the video and actually get paid for it and get a YouTube button.
Pearl, I don't know if she's just plain stupid or she's actually quite intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money.
Did he get proper attributions for over 10 seconds of his video news footage?
Car crash.
Did Mrs. V give compliment? Did you get permission to use that clip, sir? YouTube with your double standard, you fat bitch. Because I can see you. If you were a person, YouTube, you'd be a fat bitch on a fucking couch that looks like a big ass motherfucking butt that does nothing but secrete blood on one side and nothing but fat and obesity and lust and greed out the other one.
This brings me to my whole issue with debate content as a whole. In theory, it's fine.
Content as a whole. He has said nothing new.
Debates have been around for the longest.
Debates have been around since the beginning of time, and therefore I have not said nothing brand new underneath the sun. And I got a silver play button behind me.
But now,
because
there's even more profitability,
and I shake my hand.
People are taking it to a whole nother level with these bad faith arguments, disingenuous takes, talking over each other, denigrating, bashing.
Guys, this is my video now. This is my video because it's my commentary. You should try to take this video from me now. I don't care who's got it from me. It's my video now. My video now, YouTube. Give me my super chat button. Everybody should get a super chat button.
I hate it. And especially when you have people's favorites participate in these things.
Can you say something different?
The problem is that you're a professional victim. I don't know if you caught on to this, but you're a professional victim. You constantly blame others for your inadequacies and why you're fat. The reason why you're fat.
You're making excuses because you're fat. You're fat.
You're always like, oh,
you're fat. Oh my God, Jubilee is wasting your time. That's why I'm using Jubilee's footage to prove my point.
Again, you can say whatever you want to say.
I do want to press. See, and this is why I don't watch.
You see, you play 2 minutes of Jubilee's show, and then I'm gonna continue and tell you why Jubilee's show is something you shouldn't be wasting your time on.
Jubilee was a platform that became super duper popular during the...
And in case you can't read because all this information is on Wikipedia, let me tell you some more about the history of Jubilee.